Ah! Back to the channel, everyone. In London this past weekend, and I didn't bring the camera purely because I wasn't getting up to that much fun, exciting things. It was just a kind of big family event, a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, so you didn't need to see any of that. I'm going to show you what I do after a weekend like that, where I drank plenty of beer, ate whatever I wanted. So my secret thing is, don't change a thing, go back to what you're used to doing. So I'm not going to be doing extra cardio today. I'm not going to be restricting foods. I'm going back to what I was doing before I went over there. And that's the most important thing. And that's the people fall into an awful cycle of being really strict with a diet for several weeks, then splurging out on a special weekend, or maybe cracking and binging on something, and then they're completely feeling guilty. And look, these things happen, alright? So the best thing you can do is just get back to what you were doing before you went. Get back to doing what you know works. So thankfully, I'm finished work now for the summer. You probably know that I was working 12-hour shifts. Having time to vlog or having time to video cooking recipes was pretty slim. But now that I'm finished work and I'm back to college, I'm going to have a lot more time. So hopefully I'm going to be able to throw out maybe 2 cooking videos a week and just be more active on this. So after the weekend, I'm feeling pretty watery. You can probably hear it in my voice. A bit bloated, whatever. It's a food and cooking and nutrition channel, so I will show you everything I eat, why I eat it, how I made it, and how good it tastes. So right now, breakfast was just finished. I'm doing some important adult stuff, signing papers for a new insurance policy because after all my hours of slaving this summer, I've bought a new car. Oh, prepare to see this weapon. Maybe it's not a sports car, but it was the most affordable one, considering I am 20 years old with 1 year's driving, blah 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 blah. Insurance is a bollock. Oh my god. This car is tiny. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a better understanding of what block training is. So that was really just 30 minutes on the bicycle, on the bike at a pretty high intensity, probably like 70%. I didn't track distances purely because I want to just get used to the feeling of doing the 30 minutes on the bike and then straight onto the treadmill and doing, I think it was 20 minutes, so that was about 5k. But again, the distances doesn't really bother me. It's just getting the feeling of exhausted legs. So this is going to be my next meal of the day. We'll call it post-workout. This is a massive chicken salad bowl. So what's in here is iceberg lettuce, breast of chicken, red pepper, red onion, pickles, lighter than light mayo, some feta cheese, and then a side of sweet potato wedges. The recipe for this is on this channel, one of the first videos, so if you want to know how to make crispy good wedges, look that up. As you would have seen there, that was a bowl of oats and protein. I think I've mentioned before that on the days that I train twice, the foods that you eat are a little bit more important, so it's important that I had a big meal of carbohydrates before I train. So that was probably 3 hours before the training session. I'm going to be training again in probably a half an hour, so like and no more big meals. I'll probably have a small snack of a rice cake and some peanut butter, but the main carbohydrate meal is done, and that's just really to replenish any glycogen stores that have been used up this morning. So I'm not going to show you this session just because it's an upper body chest day and you've seen that in the last one. I'll just show you the meal I eat when I get home from that session. So there is another reason why today has been such a good day, is because one of those guys, one of them, is now thankfully in here. So you can see now is meat as far as the eye can see. This full thing is full up of one of the boys. This is the life of a farmer. So that was not only one but 2 pizzas post workout. I didn't eat loads today, you saw I only had 2 meals after that training session this morning and before the next training session. So when I got home it was 8 o'clock and I had 1,001 calories left to eat. So those pizzas together were only 720 calories. So I just finished off now with some bread and peanut butter and jelly, or jam for anyone who's not American. And that kind of just goes to show, and I was talking about this with a friend earlier, just literally the amount of food you have to eat to gain weight, and to gain like proper substantial weight, not fat gain. Like I eat kilos and kilos of food every week, and the reason it came up is because this day last year I was just going into peak week from my show, and I remember I weighed in at 73 kg that morning of the show, and right now I'm 78 kg. So you can see that's a year of consistent eating, consistent training, and I've only gone up 5 kilos, which is pretty decent and which is a reasonable amount of weight considering I'm a natural athlete. And it's one thing that people don't understand, and when I ask them, or when they come to me and said either they can't gain weight or they can't lose weight or they're not performing well in the gym, I always ask, what's your diet like? And they say, oh, I easily eat 3,000, 4,000 calories a day, and that's never true. Like, that's eating 3,000 calories a day is a very hard thing to do. Right now my maintenance and my slight surplus to gain weight is between 26, 27, 2,800 calories. And again, I'm pushing the boundaries there. I'm having to eat things late at night just to get the calories in. So you can see there's no easy fix to this. If you want to gain weight, if you want to gain the proper kind of weight, you have to be willing to really put in the effort with the nutrition and with your food, because without that you cannot out-train a bad diet. It all comes from that. That's a small little tangent that I went on, but I wanted to emphasize how important nutrition is, and the fact that this day last year I was in peak week. I was exhausted, I was drained, I was extremely depleted, and I was not in a healthy state. Hopefully that little talk gave you a little insight on how much you really have to put into this to get such a small bit back. But at the end of the day, you have to love this. This is not a hobby that, or a lifestyle that you will do if you don't enjoy it. This has just become a part of my life, and I really can't see a time where I'm not going to be doing this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on Sunday at 8 for another episode of The Fit Kitchen.